Yeah, so Ohio is the absolute most fucking dreadful, just absolute worst, shittiest fucking place to live on the planet. A bunch of scum-sucking, racist, obese, just mean, shitty fucking people live in Ohio, okay? So don't ever get it wrong, Ohio. You guys are a shitty fucking state. If you guys start saying, hey, you know what, we're a good place, no, you're not, okay? Look at your Cleveland. Forbes magazine said Cleveland, 2010, most miserable city in America, okay? Cleveland's not a good place. Cleveland sucks, okay? What else y'all got? Toledo? Fucking Toledo? Y'all should have just let Michigan have that shit. Toledo, what? Columbus? Named after a genocidal maniac? Cincinnati? Basically, Columbus, all your cities, you know, the capital city is named after a genocidal maniac, so great legacy there, Columbus town, genocider, fucking racist, fucking, where are your Indians? Are there any Indians in Columbus? If an Indian walks into Columbus, you all just fucking all attack them at the same time? Is that what y'all do in Columbus town? Do y'all know of any Indians anywhere? Like, is there like an Indian town or Indian hills or anything going on in Columbus? Fucking psychopaths. Basically, Columbus is just a mixture of Children of the Corn and Mayberry. Yeah, y'all try to be Mayberry, but you're also Children of the Corn. Psychos. Erie, Indiana, and Erie, Ohio. You also got Confederate flags everywhere. I mentioned this before, but like the racism in Ohio is ridiculous. Ohio is just the Alabama of the North. Ohio is just the Alabama or Mississippi of the North. Ohio has serial killers. It's the land of serial killers. Ohio, it's an Iroquoian word, but I don't think it meant land of serial killers. It would be a more fitting place, actually, because it started out as a genocide. William Henry Harrison, you know, Battle of Tippecanoe, kills Tecumseh and all the Shawnee, everybody in Ohio that was living in Ohio, and then he starts inviting all of his white buddies on over. So, you know, land of serial killers. That it shouldn't be called Ohio, it should just be called land of serial killers. You had Thomas Dillon from Canton, Ohio, serial killer. You had Anthony Edward Sowell, S-O-W-E-L-L, aka the Cleveland Strangler. You also had George Steinbrenner, John Boehner. There's some fucking genocidal maniacs. Yeah, you still got the war going on, right? We still an empire, killing people all over the place. Boehner, he's trying to, well, whatever. John D. Rockefeller. Y'all gave us Rockefeller, one of the fucking barons of the turn of the century. One of the people that, you know, profited out of America, the Industrial Revolution, made money out of it while suppressing and making everybody else poor. Fucking Rockefeller, John D. Rockefeller. You had Bob Cunningham out of Cincinnati, a shock jock radio, a conservative shock jock radio, Rush Limbaugh wannabe. So y'all got all these Hannity and Combs and Hannity and Rush Limbaugh wannabe. Rush Limbaugh come out of Missouri. Fucking Missouri. Missouri also produced James Earl Ray. But we're not talking about Missouri. That show me how they don't give a fuck about the blind state. Since they're cutting out provisions in healthcare for the blind, Missouri don't give a fuck about that. But fuck Ohio, okay? Fuck Ohio. Jeffrey Dahmer is from Ohio. Y'all created Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer's just fucking killing cats in the neighborhood. That's how he got started. He started killing cats, right? Strangling cats. And he'd get a sexual thrill off of it. And it wasn't good enough. So when the sexual thrill and the lust for murder merge into one, then it doesn't become satisfying. So you get to move on to bigger, better things, right? The land of serial killers, fucking genocidal maniacs. Y'all killing boys and men. Jeffrey Dahmer killed 17 boys and men. He raped them. There was necrophilia going on, cannibalism. I mean, goddamn. Come on, Ohio. You guys are fucked up. I do like your Cat Williams. He came out of Cincinnati. Cincinnati in 2001 rioted over Timothy Thomas, the 16-year-old boy was shot in the alley because he had too many parking tickets. And also because of the color of his skin. Then Cincinnati got a black mayor. There's a black, after that happened, after the riots happened, there was a black mayor was elected. They also got a citizens complaint board. So that's a good thing. Cincinnati's the best thing that's going for Ohio. Somebody said something about that, just give it to Kentucky. We'll take your Cincinnati, we'll take it. We need some sports teams anyways. Oh, wait a second. We needed some good ones. We don't need any sports teams. We don't have any professional sports teams here in Kentucky. No NFL, no NBA, no MLB. Cleveland's a shithole. It's a fucking just a garbage dump. Basically just one big pile of just a landfill of just disgustingness. Forbes said Cleveland 2010 is the most miserable city in America. And if that's not bad enough, Canton, Akron, Toledo, and Youngstown are all in the top 20. So 5 of the top 20 most miserable states is in Ohio. Ohio, you're better than Kentucky. Ohio? How is Ohio better than Kentucky? Y'all the most miserable fucking people on the fucking planet. I went to Dayton. There used to be people there. It's a ghost town now. Dayton, Ohio. Youngstown, isn't there where all the presidential candidates were going? Saying like, you know, we care about all y'all's jobs that are leaving. So it's no wonder that so many Ohio cities are suffering from negative population growth. People are fleeing for opportunities elsewhere. Average, hardworking people like LeBron James. All the people who live in those quaint red barns are total jerks. Everyone who lives in the cities is poor and miserable. Calling Cleveland and Cincinnati cultural capitals is a sad joke. Cincinnati actually thanks its people. Ohio still uses its ridiculous and dwindling political power to elect chuckleheads like John Boehner. They once set a river on fire. Ohio, you all set a river on fire. People from Cleveland, one of the worst cities to live in ever, get all butthurt when you tell them correctly that it sucks. Ohio feels like it's full of serial killers since it is. You could drive by a house that Jeffrey Dahmer lived in as a kid outside of Akron, and it's scary. And you can string me up for this one, but Buckeye candies, they suck. Okay, Buckeyes. What the fuck is a Buckeye? Okay, a Buckeye is a nut or a tree. Well, I gotta actually. Buckeyes. What are our Buckeyes? The Ohio Buckeye is the state tree of Ohio, so the Buckeye is a tree. Alright, good. Y'all love trees. Y'all a bunch of tree huggers. That's a good thing. Y'all should love nature. You should love your trees. It's also an original name, term of endearment for pioneers on the Ohio frontier with specific associations with William Henry Harrison. There it is again. You fucking Buckeyes. You fucking genocidal, racist, serial killing Buckeye motherfuckers. Fucking William Henry Harrison. William Henry Harrison is the one that come up with your fucking Buckeye bullshit. Y'all a bunch of fucking frontier settling, pioneer settling fucking Buckeyes, right? Captain Daniel Davis of the Ohio Company of Associates under General Rufus Putnam traversed the wilderness in the spring of 1788, began the settlement of Ohio. Davis was said to be the second man ashore on Point Harmar. He declared later he had cut the first tree felled by a settler west of the Ohio River, a Buckeye tree. April 7th, 1788, he cuts down a Buckeye tree. This Davis guy, this Captain Daniel Davis. So, y'all got Buckeye trees. All you guys are a bunch of Buckeyes because there's a Buckeye tree. Additionally, Colonel Ebenezer Sproat, another founder of that same pioneer city of Marietta, had a tall and commanding presence. He greatly impressed the local Indians who had admiration, dubbed him He Tuck, meaning the eye of a buck deer or a big buck eye. So that's actually kind of cool. Colonel Ebenezer Sproat was admired by the Indians, and they said that he had the eye of a big buck. So that's a cool association of Buckeye. The William Henry Harrison shit is bullshit. You're all a bunch of William Henry Harrison motherfuckers. Bunch of John Boehner, dick sucking, William Henry Harrison, Jeffrey Dahmer, serial killer, genocidal, Christopher Columbus loving and naming after city fucking shithole fucking just lame scum of the earth. Ohio is the scum of the earth, okay? Why is all of our elections based on Ohio? Fuck you, Ohio. You ain't that important. What have y'all ever given us? Subsequently, the word is used as a nickname, colloquial term for Ohio. Ohio State University adopted Buckeyes as its nickname in 1950. We're a Buckeye. We're a bunch of Buckeyes. Here we come. Here comes the Buckeyes. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna be invaded by a ton of trees. Watch out. A bunch of trees are coming to us. The trees versus the Wolverines. Yeah, I'd rather have the Wolverines too instead of the Buckeyes. Fucking Buckeyes. How's that? How's that cool? How's that cool? A Buckeye candy. All right. That's kind of cool. Candies are nice. There is Buckeye nuts. In addition to using the tannic acid for leather, working Native Americans would roast and peel the nut, mash the contents into a nutritional meal they called hetuck. So you could actually eat Buckeyes and it was delicious. The Buckeye nuts from the trees. The Buckeye nuts can also be dried, turning dark as they harden with exposure to air and strung into necklaces, similar to those made from the cuckoo nut in Hawaii. So, William Henry Harrison died after 1 month in office. He becomes president, talks for too long during his inaugural address in the ring, catches pneumonia and dies. First president to die in office. Probably the coolest thing I see about him. He knew he was shitty. He stayed out way too long, caught a disease, killed himself. But the Buckeye candy is made to resemble the tree's nut. So, you know, it's peanut butter in the middle, and then you got all the chocolate on the outside. Right, so peanut butter, fudge, and milk chocolate. And with a little circle peanut butter exposed, it's a popular treat in Ohio, especially during Christmas and the NCAA football seasons. Yeah. But the bad thing about this, I mean, first of all, your Buckeyes ain't that good. They ain't that delicious. It's not the best candy out. Gobstoppers and Starburst. I was killing some Gobstoppers and Starburst earlier. They are some delicious candy. That's some delicious candy, okay? Nerds. But we already got Buckeyes, is my point. We already got Buckeyes. It's called Reese Cups, okay? Reese Cups is already being made, and they're better made. They're delicious. There's too much peanut butter in a Buckeye. And why do y'all need so much fucking peanut butter? Put chocolate all around it. I guess it won't look like a Buckeye. It won't look like a nut. It's got to look like a nut. A Buckeye's a nut. You guys are just a nut. How does that feel, Ohio Buckeyes? Y'all just a nut. There you go. Here's Ohio. Here's Ohio State. That's a nut. There you go. You're all a nut. You guys are just a fucking nut. So, y'all's Buckeye candy isn't that delicious? Y'all want to name yourself after a tree or after a nut of a tree? Yeah. So, you got Serpent Mound, right? Serpent Mound. You have Tecumseh, the Shawnees, Cornstalk. Remember all these Indian names because we're going to keep them alive forever. Cornstalk, Blue Jacket, Blackfish, Black Hoof, Pequot, Xenia, Chillicothe. These are all Indian names of towns that are still in existence today. Pequot, P-I-Q-U-A. And I think it might have been an Indian. It might have been a Chief Pequot. Xenia, Ohio, Xenia, Chillicothe. So, you know, sure the western frontier started in Kentucky. Yeah, started with Daniel Boone. So we have a region in our states called the Andrew Jackson Purchase. We got a Jackson County. We got Confederates. We got Indian killers. You know, that shit happened in Kentucky too. Kentucky's an Indian name. We love Mountain Dew. We're a bunch of drunken assholes. There's violence going on around here. What was I trying to say? Now, we named our shit after the Indians. That's what I was going to say that's good about Kentucky. We got their Shawnee, Iroquois School, Indian Hills. So, yeah, the genocide happened here, but we are honoring our fallen. But we're not, y'all naming your shit after your oppressors. It's like naming Israel Hitler country. Y'all got William Henry Harrison fucking place. Ah! Fuck Ohio! Fuck you, Ohio!